What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our second matchup of the night as we are heading to the Prospect League. We just had a crazy matchup in the last one. The Whiffs hanging on in Game 7, avoiding the upset. And we are going to be heading to the Prospect League for another spicy one. I'm Rockerman back in the booth once more. I am joined by a little Nyquil joining us for his casting debut here for this next matchup. Nyquil, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing great, Rocker Man. I hope everyone watching is having a good time as well. And obviously spicing it up for everybody. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that series. But now we're rolling into Melons versus Vipers. And last time I checked, they played one match with each other, and Melons 3-0 swept them. So maybe Vipers can sweep them back, or Melons can keep the winning streak going. We'll just have to see what happens as this game gets started here.
Yeah, and we're gonna get right into it. We're running a little bit behind, but we got them all in the lobby, so we are gonna get things going here. Oh, it's maybe not, maybe not a second. We just lost connection.
No, no.
As we'll hold that thought for a second here as we're getting into this one. But Nyquil, um, what are you looking forward to in this matchup between these two teams? Obviously, a lot on the line to try to move on to the semis, but what are you looking forward to in this one?
I'm mainly looking at Brandy the Blade. I played with him many seasons ago, and he was a phenomenal teammate, great comms, great mechanics, and now he's here with the Melons team, which is third seed, I believe, going up against these Vipers, and I'm just hoping to see Melons, take it home. They're the higher seed. They have what I feel like, better mechanics and team play than these Vipers, but in Rocket League, anything can happen. The lowers can beat the uppers and vice versa. Anything can happen in this game of Rocket League.
Yeah, definitely so. We will have to see. We've seen some upsets already in this playoff so far, and I'm sure we'll see some more going forward. But a couple quick shout outs I gotta give before we continue on. Shout out to Speed Demon coming back for 21 months on the resub. Foam with 18, Cowtato gifting 2 subs, and Turtle Dur cheering on his Vipers 100 bits. Appreciate the support as well there. So we're gonna have to see, as looks like we got him in the lobby here. Gonna get him joined up in just a second. But Nyquil, I'm gonna throw it to you. Who I know you kind of mentioned a little bit who you think might have this one, but give us a prediction. What do you think this match is gonna end up as? Who's gonna move on to the semis?
I think it's gonna be Melons winning 4-2. I'm going to give Vipers benefit of the doubt. They may steal a few games. They might steal even more, take it to game 7. But I'm really thinking the Melons are going to take it home here.
All right, what we are going to have to see here is we're going to get them all joined on up in the lobby. Both teams ready to go here for the Prospect first round here. We've got Melons versus Vipers. And let's get things underway here with map number 1 here, as we've got the Melons in alternate reds here tonight with Crotera, Chad, and Peanut. And then the Vipers in the green with Brad McSnackwrap, CJ Fire, and Mr. Nivox here. As you know, like, well, as we get in this one, I just gotta say, I say this all the time, but I love this Brad McSnackwrap name. It might be my favorite name in Nemesis.
Yeah, so some people come up with some crazy usernames, and some of them are really thought out. And, some people use wordplay in their usernames, but most of all, oh my goodness, where was everybody in the net? No one was there.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Nivox gonna bang this one in from the wall there, and looks like just a little bit of a miss. They're not able to knock that one down, but the Vipers gonna start things out early here, and that's the one big thing here. Once you get into the playoffs, these two teams playing their first postseason match of the season here, Nyquil, and it's always big to come out with the first goal and get the momentum rolling right away.
It is, because, like I said, anything can happen. It really all comes down to that. And if you don't start out strong, you're going to start out last and end up on the losing side of the game. And you don't want to be there. You never want to be in that situation. You never want to have all that pressure on your back and, worrying about if you're going to win the next game or, what's going to happen. You got to stay on your toes this game. But Rocket League, close one by CJ. Oh, my goodness. Almost put a shot on there.
Yeah, almost able to find that one in, and this one gonna be fired back the other way, just off the post. And something we mention a lot of times here is we get into playoffs. You actually just experienced this, so I want to get your take real quick on this as well, Nyquil. But playoff and nerves, what's it like? I know you played a couple play-in matches, so maybe the playoffs were a little bit different there. But what are the nerves like when you first come into a game 1 of this best of 7?
It's really how the first game goes, because especially for me, after kickoff goes, the ball, especially, and obviously the ball can go anywhere. So I'm just hoping that we don't, start off by, a goal going into our net off of a kickoff. So really, it starts on that kickoff. As soon as people start moving and going towards that ball in the middle of the field, that's when the nerves start. But about a minute or so in, I'm fine, settle down, because everyone else is probably nervous too, worrying about what's going to happen. But it's really how the first game goes. If the first game goes well for either team, then the rest of the game should go about the same.
Yeah, definitely so. Got to get those first game jitters out of the way. And right now the Vipers holding on to that 1-0 lead here over the Melons. This one in the Vipers corner. Brad gonna send this one out as Chad. Gonna find a touch. Gonna find some trading of the demos there. This one can be sent down. More demos coming through as everyone's running into each other. CJ Fire gonna put it over the top of the defense. Is it Chad just gonna get back, able to save that one off the net? That one was a very close ball, but not quite gonna go as the Vipers on the attack, pinching this one off the backboard. But Peanut is gonna be out. Not a lot of boost to work with. Trying to get it out to Is it Chad. He's looking to take control, but not gonna be able to find it here as Cortera, the GM, trying to make something happen there, sends it back in. Vipers trying to clear this one out. A little bit of a double commit. This ball's popping up high, could be dangerous, but CJ Fire, good job racing back on the defensive end. And we've got about 2 minutes remaining here. NyQuil and the Melons find themselves down 1-0, but they're on the attack. How do you think they're gonna break through here as Mr. Nybox makes a clutch save?
One thing I've noticed is they're always running low on boost as opposed to the Vipers. And earlier they were trading demos, but no one could really find a good clear to gain possession. And it's really going to come down to them controlling boost more, because as you see, they're all low on boost. And it's all getting stolen by the Vipers. The Vipers are doing a good job at taking boost from them. Melons are just going to have to find a way to get boost of their own and make some offense instead of being on defense this whole game. So it's going to turn this around. It's more offense, less defense.
Yeah, definitely so. And with a minute remaining, you're trying to put on some of that offenses. Cortera drops down, maybe looking for a demo with Brad McSnackwrap, making the turn. This one back in the infield. Mr. Nyvox sending this one off the backboard. Dangerous ball. Melons can't read. Demo comes through. CJ Fire putting that one towards the net, but instead it's going to be punched away by the Vipers. This one dropping down. It could be an opportunity. The net is wide open. They just got to dribble it in. And Brad McSnackwrap puts it home, a 2-0 lead.
Oh, that unfortunate miss by Peanut. Oh, I know he's beating himself up over that one. Unfortunate, but it happens. It unfortunately does happen. Back flips, front flips, double jumps. When you mean to flip, it all happens. Happens to the best of us, even pros. It happens to everyone. But it just hurts sport to happen here in playoffs when you really need to not make any more mistakes.
Yeah, definitely so, as that one almost dribbled back in by the Melons. Trying to make something happen. The Vipers on the counter. Is it Chad trying to get to it? And Mr. Nybox puts another home. The Vipers running away with things in game one.
They are definitely running. They just unfortunate back pass from Crow. I know he was looking for Isa Chad, but just he was too far back. I think he was grabbing corner boost. He just couldn't get there as the ball was put on the opposite side of the net. Just didn't have enough time to get back for it and just make a save. Yes. But they do on kickoff though. Isa Chad finds one. That's a good way to answer back.
Yeah, definitely so. And still time remaining here with 35 seconds. Is Isa Chad gonna fire it home? And now the Melons with their first goal of the playoffs, able to get that one and break the seal. Hopefully for their sake to keep it going. As we're down to the final 30 seconds, 50 coming through by Isa Chad. CJ Fire and Brad gonna push this one off to the side. Brad taking it up. Not a lot of boost to work with, just faking down. Allowing Nyvox to take one touch here. As Cortera trying to get in the midfield, leaving it for Is it Chad, looking for that pinch, but a huge dunk by CJ Fire sends that one in. The Melons still trying to strike with a little bit of time remaining. This one gonna bang down. CJ Fire blocking this one up in the midfield, looking for another touch. This one's sent down. Melons trying to score with time on the clock. Nyvox gotta make this touch. He doesn't. And Peanut's gonna get the goal. And well, Michael, there's some time left.
All they need is one good kickoff, to kill the ball on kickoff and someone to hard chi and bang it into the net. They're going to need something crazy here with 4 seconds left if they want to stay in this game one.
Can they find it? It's all I need about this kickoff. It's floating in the midfield. Mr. Nybox sending down Cortera, trying to race to this ball. Brad McSnackwrap keeps it up. Is it Chad? Banging it out. Trying to jump for that one is Cortera, but not going to be able to get to it. And it's going to touch the ground, and the Vipers are going to hold on here and take game one.
Unfortunate. They just kind of ran out of time. By the time they gained momentum to start trying to, gain some offense, they found a kickoff goal. They found, Vipers not in their net, found another goal. And they're just going to, I feel like they're just going to manage their boost, take their time. Game one, shake off the nerves. Game two, you come back ready. You come back ready to play offense, play less defense. Stay on their heels, take their boost, demo them, make some plays happen. You don't have to play solo. You got two other teammates on the field with you that they're there to help you out. As long as these Melons start to play as a team, I feel like we'll start to see a better performance come out of these guys. I know they're very capable of doing so, and Vipers is showing that. So both of these teams are very capable of winning the series. We're just going to see who's able to keep the momentum and show who has the bigger muscles in this match.
Yeah, definitely so. We're going to see who's going to be flexing another win here in game number 2, as we're going to be heading to Urban Central for our second game of this best of 7. Both these teams trying to move on to the second round here. And we're going to have to see who's going to take this next step as the Vipers hold on to win that game number 1. Let's see if they can pull that out in game 2 as Brad McSnack on the sidewall. Trying to find a 50. Peanut finds a touch, able to get it around 1. Is Peanut still trying to push it in the midfield? Going to get it around 1. Is Chad going to find a touch, but not going to be able to make it happen that time. Is this one off the sidewall? Crotera with the opportunity, looking for the flick. Actually going to try to find the fake. Not quite going to work. This ball's going to pop up. Shot towards the net. Could be pinched off to the side. And already, Nyquil, we're seeing maybe a little bit of a different Melons team trying to put that pressure on early.
That's what we need. We need constant shots, constant pressure. Keep them on their heels, take their boost, get them out of the way if you need to, shove them out the way. They did really good at that starting minute of the game. They just need to keep that pressure if they want to score a goal here.
Yeah, definitely so. We'll see if they can keep it going. As they're trying to send it in, looking to take a lead. Is Crotera looking for the bumps there, but the Vipers able to clear that one off to the side. This one popped up. CJ Fire gonna try to leave that one for a teammate. A little bit of a double commit, Brad. Trying to find a touch, but Crotera gonna keep it in the Viper zone for a moment. And able to steal that boost. Peanut gonna find a 50. It's sent back in. Is a Chad on the control there. Ball gonna be pinched off to the side. Brad finds a block. Crotera now trying to find a dribble. That one pinched back towards the net. Melons racing back. It's a Chad. Or should just send that one off to the side. Huge pop up in midfield. Crotera getting blocked out. Huge opportunity, but is a Chad gonna find that clear way, and we're gonna stay 0-0 for now. Is a Chad on the drive, send that one in.
It's open.
Opportunity for Crotera. He's gonna find the bottom left and put it in.
Okay, Crotera, I see you. Show up for your team, man. GM out here flexing his muscles now. Do what you gotta do to help your team win, man. That was beautiful pressure. They were kind of low on boost, but someone got demoed there, and I think it's all they needed to clear up that net and find themselves a goal here in game number 2.
Yeah, that's a big first goal here in this game 2, as the Melons putting on that early pressure, able to find one in. CJ Fire pulling this one off the backboard as Chad has to make the touch. Dangerous ball. 2 Melons are up. None of them connect. It's got to be Chad. The third coming through. Is this one shot towards the net again? Another big save by Crotera as a demo comes through. They are hunting down Peanut, it seems, in the back line with these demos. As this one actually going to be a demo on the other front, but going to be cleared off to the side. And not going to go this time. It's Peanut again. Finding the 50. CJ Fire got it around him. Mr. Nybox with the touch. This one's still banged off the backboard. The Melons trying to put this pressure on. It's going to be cleared out for a moment. CJ Fire finds a 50. Mr. Nybox into the corner. Brandon Snackrap tries to dive on that one. Peanut with an opportunity. Trying to fire that one towards the net. But oh my goodness, what a save by CJ Fire. Another one comes through Mr. Nybox. How did that one not go in the net?
I don't know. That was some crazy last-second defense by the Vipers. They did a good job to keep it out of there. But these Melons, they are definitely showing the team that they are here in game number 2, keeping that pressure. Getting really good clears, contesting the ball, going for a double. Chad close. My goodness, these Melons are really showing.
They really are showing up right
here.
They
are here in this game.
Yeah, they really are showing up here in this one. As I mean, that one might have been one of the better saves we've seen in the playoffs right there. I think there's another one. I don't remember if it was last series, but one of the earlier series we saw an insane save a lot like that one. And still, we're gonna have to. Someone might have to clip that one because I want to see how that ball was saved again. The Vipers staying at this 1-0 deficit, but they're trying to turn that deficit into a tie here. They can find one, but the Melons diving in on the offense. Peanut firing it in. Gonna be sent off to the side. This one blocked up in the midfield, heading towards the net. That pinch is gonna go out. Is it Chad on the catch here, looking to fire it through? Gonna get it right around the defense. He puts it in. Is it Chad giving his team a 2-0 lead?
What a shot, man! The good cut, had him up and put it behind him. That's all he needed. All he needed was to see a defender jump, and that ball was going right back behind him. That's all he needed.
Yeah,
Good shot by Issa Chad.
Yeah, that's a huge shot right there, and you're exactly right. He played it perfectly, waited for the defense to make the move, and then put it around him. So we're down to a minute remaining. The Melons now up 2-0. This one off the backboard. Great little passing play. Dembo comes through, though, erasing the third offender there. Viper's not able to get that one in as this one dropping down. Nivox leaving it for CJ Fire. Looking for the demo, but a great little touch pass over the midfield, and CJ fires it in.
That was a really good passing play. The same thing here again. They needed the defense to bite, and once they bite, they are firing away on these shots on either side of the net, or either side of the field. Shots coming back and forth, answering back and forth. These teams are really going at it here.
Definitely so, and you love to see that in the playoffs. The CJ Fire, he's taken up to the air, but double commit comes through. Is Chad might have been there anyways to get that one out. As Vipers gonna push it back to their corner. Brad gonna find a touch. This ball dropping down. No one from the Vipers can connect. Crotera just gonna put it just off the post there, and that one could have been a game securer, but instead carry on just for a moment. Peanut try to put it back in. Mr. Divox struggling with not a lot of boost, but able to get that one away for a moment. 50 comes through. Brad, CJ Fire, they're going to take it up to the side here. Is this one last second opportunity? Can they keep this ball up? They cannot, and the Melons are going to come back and take game 2.
Here we go. That's all the Melons needed. They needed a couple goals and a game win, and they're going to be rolling here from on out. I'm pretty sure that they are going to keep it rolling. They're going to keep firing away on those shots. Good defense when it comes down to it. Even better offense. They're waiting for the defenders to bite, or they either bump them out of the way and make a play of themselves. That's all either of these teams need to win games here.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely so. And the Melons, they had the pressure as... Pardon me for a second. gotta remake the lobby real quick here as we're trying to switch over. But yeah, Michael, we're gonna have to see here heading in this game 3. It was it seemed like the Melons were rolling. I think I didn't actually get to see the exact shots there, but I think it was 13-5. But either way, it just looks like they had all the pressure in that game.
Yeah, like I said, they were just taking shots left and right, especially at the start of the game. Right off kickoff, I think they put like 5 or 6 shots on the net just within the first 30 seconds of kickoff. Like this Melons team are coming out red hot. They're ready to win. Neither team is here to lose, but I think Melons are starting to show themselves why they're the higher seed and why they deserve this win.
Yeah, definitely so. We'll have to see if they can keep that up, as we're about to get into game number 3 in just a moment here. Gonna have these teams tested out, make sure everything is all good. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This is a very important game in the series. Gonna see who's gonna go up 2-1 in the series. It looks like just about got everyone back, waiting on one more. But yeah, what do you want to see here, Nyquil, as we head into game 3? If you're the Vipers on their end, trying to, they kind of got handled a little bit in that last game. How do you think they battle back in game 3?
If I were on the Vipers team, I would want to do the same thing I did in game 1. Take their boost, keep pressure on their side of the field and not let them keep pressure on yours. Because Vipers did it for game 1, kept pressure, stole their boost, and now Melons did it in game 2 and got themselves a win. So I think it's just going to come down to who can make a better decision faster, be quicker on the ball, have a better clear, a better save, more team play, putting shots on net. I think that's what it's going to come down to: boost management and team play. for the Vipers.
Yes, sir. They did have some good team plays in the first game. And this one floating in front of their net. They're not able to get the clear out. As this one is a Chad coming through. CJ Fire with a clutch touch there. And this one can be sent back. Is it just off target? I think it is. Yeah, it's not going to find the back of the net there. As that one was a huge opportunity there. And this one firing again off the post. It's not going to go in. And wow, 2 close opportunities on both sides there. Actually 3, is this one still floating in front of the net. Peanut gonna make a touch. CJ Fire sending this one in just off the post. Protera can't touch, and Brad is gonna put that one in. And a hectic start here for game 3.
Oh, unfortunate. See, right there, Melons ran low on boost. Bit of a miss by Protera, and Peanut didn't have any more boost in the tank, and all he could do was just hope that the ball came to him, as he had no boost, just flipping around trying to save that ball there.
And that's a huge, huge save right there. Well, not a huge save, excuse me, huge goal right there. Is this one gonna be fired back again? CJ puts it in. The Vipers 2-0.
Man, see, like I said, these Vipers are coming out red hot now. It's like every game, the teams are swapping back and forth on who's keeping pressure, taking more shots, better boost management. It's going to come down to, as the series goes on, who can keep the consistency. That's what it's going to come down to now, is consistency.
Yeah, definitely so. And we're going to have to see who's going to be consistent, as this one just going to go into the net. Peanut sends it down, and it's going to go all the way.
We're just going to give Isa Chad the benefit of the doubt. That was the greatest fake in Rocket League history. That was the greatest fake ever.
Sometimes a fake works. Sometimes you get a little prospect moment going on.
It was good. It was good by Isa Chad.
Yeah, it works out, and they are going to get themselves back within a goal here in this game number 3. This one sent off to the side. CJ Fire gonna make a touch there. Is a Chad finding one. Peanut on the dribble there. CJ out in the midfield. Is a Chad pushing this one back across. Brad McSnackwrap finds a touch. Protera firing into the Viper zone. As that one, a huge pinch gonna come out. Mr. Nivox jumping up for this one, sending it down, but is a Chad. He's all over that one. Brad McSnackwrap, not a lot of boost. Gonna try to flick it off the backboard. Is a Chad, can't quite find the touch. Follow up, gonna throw it off the backboard. Mr. Nivox again off the backboard. Follow up one more time, but no, it's off the post. Brad McSnackwrap, oh, couldn't quite put that one in, and you thought for sure, Nyquil, that was gonna be a goal.
Man, I did. They put like 4 or 5 shots on there, and they all either rolled in, rolled out, hit the post, hit the crossbar. Oh, the Melons! I know they're happy a goal wasn't found there by the Vipers.
Yeah, they definitely are, as they got away with murder right there. But they still find themselves down by 1 here. But it definitely could have been a 2-goal deficit. This one off the backboard, and Brad McSnackwrap gonna make up for his miss with an insane double tap.
Brad, first of all, he might have mixed snack wrap that goal. He just rolled Isa Chad into a tortilla and sent him out the door. Oh my goodness, what a double by Brad.
Yeah, that was just a huge play, and giving his team the 2-goal lead once more as we're approaching the halfway point in this game number 3. This ball popped up high, sending it towards the net. Brad gonna find a touch, able to clear it out as Mr. Nivox finding that 50 in the midfield. Melon's still there. Cortera dropping it towards the midfield. Brad finds one touch. Here comes Peanut. A ball came through, but Mr. Nivox is back just enough to get that one out of harm's way. As Peanut sending this one again in the air. CJ and Mr. Nivox, a little bit of a double commit. As the Vipers trying to keep the pressure going on the Melon side. Brad gonna find a 50. This one pinched by 1. Gonna be by a second opportunity. Dropped out of the midfield. CJ coming through. Oh. Triple commit for the Melons. Brad McSnackwrap might have a chance. He doesn't want to go though to capitalize on that mistake, but he will go now. Fire this one off the backboard. Ball popping up high. 50 is gonna go a long way, and the Melons, we're seeing a little bit of panic here, Nyquil, from them.
Yeah, they're down 2 with 2 minutes left. That sounds like a lot of time, but as you get higher up in these leagues, it gets harder and harder because everyone is more consistent, with defense, offense, controlling the ball. And as long as they play their game and keep control, keep boosting your tank, I think these Melons will find a way to come back again in this last minute and 30 seconds as Peanut is able to find a goal there.
Yeah, and Peanut with a big play right here, send us towards the end. Maybe Cortera getting, well, I guess not getting in CJ Fire's head, but getting rid of the last defender almost there, as looks like we may have lost connection from Brad McSnackrap here, as no word coming from the Vipers on a reset here, so hopefully Brad can get back, but this could have some major implications right here as it's now 2v3, but the net is kind of open for the Vipers trying to push it through. This one is going to be blocked off to the side, and surprising no call on the reset here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Brad just lagged out of Rocket League, and he said that he's reopening the game. I would hope that's the case, but he's going to come back quick because in a 3v2, you can only last for so long and keep shots out of your net.
Yeah, definitely so. As this one fired towards the net, it looks like we had him back in the match for a moment, but not back on the team here, as this one sent off to the side. And still 2v3. Not really sure what's going on here for the Vipers, but this one going to be fired towards the net. Is a Chad going to put it in the bump? Going to take advantage of their opportunity.
What a bump. Isa Chad, good bump by Peanut. Good follow-up by Isa Chad. I know they called that one out, and that was perfect team play. It's exactly what you want to see here. You want to see more consistency in team play and having faith and trusting your teammates to make a play happen for you. Follow up on it.
Yeah, definitely so, and that's a big break there for the Melons, as looks like Brad is back and ready to go there on his team. So hopefully for the Vipers' sake, that doesn't come back to haunt them, as the Melons score in that 2v3. Could be an opportunity here, though. Backflip comes through. Almost going to go on net, though. CJ Fire going to find that boost steal as his ball again up in the midfield. And oh no, it's going to be own goal. Mr. Nybox gets the goal, and the Vipers retake the lead.
Oh no, I know he's in his head after that one. Oh, it's so hard to call it. He might have thought it was going to bounce off the crossbar and back out, but it just didn't happen that way, unfortunately. They panicked a little bit, and that's what happens when you panic. Bad things start to happen. You need to keep your cool and address the situation and act accordingly.
Yeah, definitely so. In final seconds here for the Melons to try to get something. Can they send us to overtime? This ball dropping down. The Vipers, I guess kind of come from behind there in the last seconds, come from a tie. And, well, maybe Nyquil, maybe the Rocket League gods were smiling down on the Vipers saying, hey, you know what? You lost connection, but you still got the win here. And they're going to go up 2-1.
Oh, man. I know it's so hard to call it. Like, Melons, they were starting to gain momentum with that disconnect by Brad. And it seems like when Brad came back, they just started to fall apart yet again, run out of boost. They need to, for this next game, I think they need to have more boost. Contest the ball when it needs to be contested. Don't double commit. Tell your third man to slow down. Don't pass half field. Play relaxed, because it seems like they create pressure for themselves when there isn't any pressure. They start to panic and make bad decisions when nothing bad has really happened yet.
Yeah, definitely so. It seemed like couple mistakes from the Melons, and the Vipers able to take advantage of them and go up 2-1 in the series here, as we are going to be heading to game number 4. And some big news here on the Melon side, Nyquil, as we have Brindy the Blade is going to be subbing in to this matchup for Chad. And what do you make of that idea right there?
Brindy the Blade is a secret weapon. Watching this man play is one of a kind.
Well, we're gonna have to see if he can prove it here on the pitch. I hope, for the Melon's sake, that he's able to be that guy here. He's got a lot of Nemesis experience, a lot of playoff experience as well. So we'll see what he has in the tank. And this is the type of thing here, Nyquil, that can kind of really throw a team off. Is this one actually gonna be lobbed toward the net? It's gonna be on Brindy to try to find a touch. That one, fortunately, just off. But a change in roster can really kind of throw a team off when you're kind of getting used to a team's play style.
It really can, but it just depends on how the extra person is playing. If they're more, aggressive, if they're better on defense, it's really just up to the team for everyone to play with and how and where they're comfortable playing. That's what's going to come down to.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the Melons have some more comfortability with Brindy. They can make something happen to CJ Fire. Turn it around on this one, throwing it off the backboard, but nice little pop out away. And Just send that one off to the side. Peanut in the corner, but this one heading a little bit just off the post. Dangerous ball, but no one can connect. The Vipers go flying by. Another big opportunity they could have had there as Cortera sending this one down. That one we cleared off to the corner for a moment as this ball popped up. Going to be sent out in the midfield off the corner now. Melons with an opportunity. Cortera coming through, banging that one, but just off the post there. Huge opportunity, but he couldn't send it in as that one could have opened the scoring here as a demo comes through. Vipers trying to attack. Nivox to the net. Cortera making a clutch save. He would throw that one in the corner, but CJ Fire, he's back in midfield looking for that one. Doesn't quite have the flip he was looking for. As this one, we sent in Mr. Nivox. Got to make a touch. Big touch from him. Able to keep it in the corners. All three of the Melons are on this right side. The Vipers trying to look for a counterattack here. It's dropped down. Brad McSnackrap into the corner. But a good touch. Able to keep that one away, and we're approaching the halfway point here. NyQuil, nobody able to get on the board quite yet.
I think everyone's just everyone's low on boost. There not much is happening because they can't follow up themselves or to a teammate because they're all low. The ball's just kind of going back and forth. No plays really happening. Just kind of throwing the ball around, hoping something will happen. But I think as this time starts to narrow down, you start to see some plays come out.
We might see a play here. Scrotera popping to midfield. Peanut coming in looking for the shot, but a good save. CJ Fire helping out his teammate on the bottom line there. As this one gonna still be in the Viper zone. Brad McSnackrap taking it up over the top. This one fired back in. Mr. Nivox drops it down, but a little bit of a double commit. Brindy throwing this one off the sidewall, but only so far as CJ Fire. And CJ out of the midfield, gonna get it by 2. But the Melons still might have a chance. Here comes Brindy, looking to make something happen. Gonna flick it over the top, firing it in from Mr. Nivox on that one. Peanut, though, coming back. CJ Fire gonna find the 50. Cortera trying to find this pressure. It's off the sidewall. Brad sending this one out. It's dropped down. Vipers trying to get this one. This one actually pinched at the net. Mr. Nivox has to make an insane save off that pinch. Oh my goodness. I thought that one was going in. And my goodness, NyQuil, these two teams are having, I guess it's just the Vipers are having saves for the ages contenders.
Man, what a save. That he pinched that out of his top right corner. That ball was it was 1 inch away from flying into his net. What a last second save. Oh my goodness, these Melons are just putting shots on. I told you, last minute, one of these teams are going to start being aggressive. And here, Melons are showing it here now.
What was this one? Firing towards the net, but a minute remaining. We're still tied at 0. The Melons trying to avoid going down 3-1 in the series. As the Vipers are putting on the pressure, and this one just floating towards the net. Cortera can't get back, and Brad catches the defense just off guard.
Oh, that was so unfortunate. Caught like it with no boost, and that's what happens. You run low on boost, especially when the ball starts heading towards your net. It gets really hard to save it because you can't get up to it. You can't put any power on it if someone tries to 50 you. You really got to keep boost, especially when you're third man and the ball's coming towards your net.
Yeah, definitely so. Is that one tough break for the Melons? Is oh my goodness, he's dropping down from the sky. He's Brad McSnackrap, but not quite able to get that one through. This time as Vipers holding on to their 1-0 lead, trying to get this one out. Peanut lurking in the midfield. Brad and CJ up. Brad able to find a touch, but a double commit comes through. Can the Melons capitalize on it? This ball off the corner. Oh no, a mistouch, and they're gonna put it in. Brindy sends it in, and the Vipers punish for their mistake.
Oh, I was really hoping Crow and Peanut or Crow and Blade weren't gonna hit each other, and then the ball go flying somewhere else other than in the back of the net. But good thing Brindy was able to beat his teammate to the ball and give themselves a chance to stay in the series still.
Yeah, definitely so. You don't want to go down 3-1 and have to battle back like we saw in the last match. We've seen it a couple times. It is not a place you want to find yourselves. With 10 seconds remaining, the Melons tied up with the Vipers here. Will we see overtime? Can someone end it in regulation? This ball off the sidewall. The Melons might have a chance. Brindy pops it up high. Vipers trying to shut this one down. It's passing the midfield. Cortera puts it in 0 seconds.
Okay, Cortera, lovely team play. No boost pass by Blade. Peanut, no boost, keeping it up. And Cortera's like, I got the boost. I'll carry it in. I got my team. That's a perfect team play. Oh my goodness. Make use of what you got. Even if you don't have any boost, you still have a flip, and that flip can make wonders, as you saw right there.
Yeah, definitely so. What a play on that one as they're able to send it in and steal a win from the clutches of defeat there as they score twice in the final couple seconds. And now, Nyquil, we got ourselves a tied series. It just seemed like the Vipers were going to be up 3-1, and I mean, good on the Melons to battle back there.
Oh, beautiful game. It's not always the team that's down in a game or a series is gonna, just keep getting beat down. Those are the people you got to be scared of because they have nothing, they have everything to lose, and they don't want to lose. So you're gonna see them come up with some crazy stuff. Be more aggressive on, demos, while they're rotating or putting, rapid fire shots on, or like you saw right there, wait until last minute and hit them where they don't see it coming. Last 30 seconds or so, you saw two goals come out from the Melons, and Crow there scored the last second goal, 0 second goal actually,
Yeah.
to get his team the win here.
Yeah, and that's just some clutch plays right there. And that's one of those things that you might look back on if this series, goes the way of the Melons. You might look back on that one and be like, that is where things changed right there for them. It could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. We're going to head to game number 5 here between the Melons and the Vipers. We're going to have to see who can clutch up and take the win here. But it is going to be an interesting one for sure as this ball sent in. Gonna be blocked out by Mr. Nivox. Peanut throwing this one off the back by the Melons. Trying to strike early. Triple commit for the
Triple.
Vipers, though. And they're actually able to get that clear out. And that's the one thing you can't do here if you're the Vipers is panic after losing that last game.
Yeah, you don't want to give any team any kind of momentum as Peanut is gonna air dribble that from his corner or almost half field. And this is not what you want to happen if you're the Vipers. You do not want to come off of an upset loss there in that last game and get scored on in the first 30 seconds of game number 5.
Yeah, definitely not. That's not where you want to be as the Melons maybe taking this momentum back in their grasp here. As Cortera out of the midfield, but that one going to be sent down as this one popped up and blocked in the midfield for a moment. Dribble attempt here, Mr. Nivox over the top of one, gets it over the top of two. The net is open, he puts it in, taking it around the defense, right back for his team.
I think that was kind of unfortunate. Crow got the bump, and Brindy, oh, I don't know. I don't know why he jumped so early, but maybe he thought he had time to beat Mr. Nivox, but unfortunately didn't have the time, got over him. He was able to land, catch the bounce, and put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, he's able to find that one. A big goal for his team to tie this one up. We'll have to see if they can find another big goal. We'll try to take the lead as all the Vipers are diving on this one, but so did most of the Melons. There's chaos in front of the Melons net. As this one going to be sent back down, still tied at 1. In the corner, though, Vipers trying to find this pass. Nice little touch out. Braddock snack wrap off the backboard. Can't find a second. Cortera going to take control. Going to find the 50 for a moment. Peanut and Cortera combine in midfield trying to get that one out. As both teams trying to find some boost. This one back in the zone, a huge demo, could open up some space. Little touch pass to the midfield, CJ Fire off the backboard, trying to find his screen, leaving it for his teammate, Mr. Nivox puts it in. Good comms on the Vipers.
Oh, what a fake. What a fake. I know, look at that. Caught both the Melons jumping, looking for Mr. Brad reading that, but no, Mr. Nivox was coming from the sky, soaring overhead of everybody, finding the nice double, and beautiful play by Vipers to go up here in game number 5.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I want to see. Is this one going to bounce off the post? And that's one of those things we don't talk about it too often here, Nyquil, about comms when you're in a series like this, because we can't really hear the comms, but you could see the comms right there on that one with Brad McSnack Reps, leaving it for his teammate, Mr. Nivox, saying, I got it, I got it, I got it.
Oh, yeah. Comms are really important. You really want to calm out everything as it's happening. Almost as if you're commentating the game, but for your teammates.
Yeah, definitely so. Comms are such a crucial part of this. You got to be communicating with your team at all times and making sure that you guys are on the same page, because if you're not on the same page, double commits happen, mistakes happen, and it could cost you your season here. The Vipers with some good comms there, able to get that one in, and they're going to see if they can find some more here in this very crucial game 5. Who will put themselves one win away from the semis? Cortera trying to lead his team there, but CJ Fire pushed this
Not
one
coming.
towards the net. Oh, almost. Gonna find that one, not quite though. This one popped in, and Crotera, it's dangling in front of the net. The Vipers, though, not quite ready for it. They had rotated back. And Melons fortunate that that one was going unpunished. As Crotera up for this one, Brindy finding the block here. Melons fire in towards the net. CJ Fire just a little bit off, gonna find control. This one pass out to Brindy, but that one is gonna be pinched out. And the Melons gonna have to race back, but good challenge there by Peanut. Able to send it back in, but this ball is dangerous. Out of the midfield, Vipers can't quite connect. It's gonna be sent off to the side, and we've got about a minute 40 remaining here in this one, Nyquil, as the Melons, they gotta be the ones to try to push the pace, but this one almost gonna go in. They're gonna save off to the side.
What a beautiful save. These Melons, they're going to have to find some kind of offensive pressure. They're putting shots on them, but or come up short. I feel like they're just going to have to keep more pressure on the ball and make them pay on their mistakes.
We saw them make the Vipers pay at the end of the last game, but this ball dangerous. Can be cleared out. They were able to tie it up at 0 seconds. The last one, this little touch pass out of the midfield. It's gonna go in. CJ, just enough speed on it to get it by the defense.
Oh, I don't know if that was a pinch on the ground or it bounced back into him. I don't know. Oh, he got bumped out of the way. Oh, it's unfortunate. But, you know, mistakes happen. You know, when you don't calm, bad things happen. You can't blame nobody but yourselves when those kind of mistakes happen.
Yeah, and it was a tough one to get back to, as well as the Vipers were just putting a lot of pressure. As this one sent towards the net, a little bit of a double commit in Nybox. Not wanting to go here. So Vipers find themselves up 3-1 in game 5 here. Trying to get themselves one win away from the semis. The Melons, they battled back at the end of the last game. Can they do it again? Will the Vipers hold strong on defense? This one sent back to the corner. Peanut off the backboard. Crotera off the wall, but Brindy didn't quite want to challenge on that one. Waiting for a better 50. So he pops this one up. Not a lot of boost to work with. So he fires this one towards the wall, but good backboard defense there. As this one popped towards the middle of Brad. Again, the Vipers all over that backboard, not letting the Melons get anything. As they clear this one out, Peanut can't connect. And that one, a crucial time, crucial possession wasted there. As a demo could open up some space, but they're going to have to find one here in the final 10 seconds. Otherwise, the Vipers are going to have this one. Pass off the backboard. Again off the backboard. Crotera to Peanut. It's in the corner. They need to score time on the clock. They're not going to find it. And this one is going to go to the Vipers. They are going to win this game and put themselves one win away from moving on.
Unfortunate by the Melons there. They had that game, but at the same time they didn't. They just let it slip away. You know, they were afraid to take some 50s there or some shots. You know, afraid of being beat because they were low on boost. And it's just you gotta have better boost management. You know, get some bumps in there. Don't just let all 3 of the defenders sit in their net and, you know, just save it as your team takes shots. You want to clear the net. You know, either beforehand or as you're pushing on offense. You know, they got to make some more team plays happen like they did in last game.
Yeah, definitely so. And it's interesting to see here. It doesn't look like the Melons are opting to use their tactical timeout, at least not yet, and they're not gonna go for it. Michael, you think after dropping down 3-2 in the series, it'd be tactical timeout, the perfect opportunity for it, but instead they're gonna say play on. We don't need the timeout. We can take them here in game 6.
I think they're gonna wait if they win this game. They're gonna then take the timeouts. Regather themselves, come up with a game plan if they win this game here. But I feel like they're really confident in themselves and they're ready to play now because they have something to lose now.
Yeah, definitely. So they're gonna have to lock in here and see if they can do it. And the Vipers, they just need one more win to move on here. Can they do it? We're on the game 6, Forbidden Temple. Always a crazy map here in Nemesis. This one by the defense, an opportunity for the shot. Peanut puts it in.
Okay.
It gives the Melons the early lead.
Okay, this is exactly what I was talking about. These guys coming to play. A demo came out, huge demo by Blade, cleared that net all the way up. That's what we need here. We need more demos, more passing plays, you know, more air dribble bumps. We need it all. They're going to need everything if they want to stay in the series.
Yeah, definitely so. And they may have just found another one. It's going to roll in right off the kickoff.
Oh, bro, with the rolling kickoff goal. Oh, my goodness. What? Oh, Nightbox flipped to the left. Unfortunately, he got to the ball faster than Crow, but flipped too early, and that's all the space Crow needed to find the back of the net on that kickoff.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, that's just how you want to start it out. And, I'm very surprised, Michael. I mean, the timeout is one of those things that we only see in the playoffs here. And, so it's often something that all the teams try to utilize. So I'm very surprised the Melons didn't use it, but apparently they didn't need it.
No, they definitely didn't because they are here to play now. I'm pretty sure if I'm thinking the way they're thinking, they're gonna call it if they win this game. They're gonna call that timeout, collect themselves, come with a game plan to shut these Vipers out of the series.
Well, that would be an interesting way to use it for sure. I don't know if we've ever seen the timeout used like that, but hey, I mean, maybe you could be onto something here as Melons opting not to use it, surprising us, and kind of showing up here in this game number 6 with their season on the line. They find themselves up 2-0. CJ Fire in the midfield, looking to bang that one towards the Nebo Peanut with a nice touch. Follow up coming through with Brittany the Blade on the defensive end. Gonna come up with a clutch touch to get it out. This one still in the Viper zone. Demo coming through. Brad gonna find a touch,
open.
sending it down, but not quite gonna go this time. Is sending it once more. He cleared off to the corner. The CJ popping this one up. Brad McSnackrap with the redirect. Oh my goodness, on that Peanut with a clutch save. But the follow comes through, and they put it in. The Vipers back within 1.
I know they weren't ready for that shot because I wasn't even ready. And Peanut, he got a good save, but Blade got a misread. I'm pretty sure he saw Mr. Nivox first, but CJ was ahead of him and higher up, probably didn't see him and wasn't ready for his shot.
Yeah, definitely not, and that's some good pressure by the Vipers. That's what we've seen before. Is this one rolling straight down in the midfield? Tough ball to read off that pinch, but it's still up there. And the Melons find themselves now with only a 1-goal lead, and we have to see if they can hold on to it to try to force this game 7. Is this one a huge demo in the midfield? To be blocked by Brindy. That one almost was an opportunity, but defense back just in time. Cortera again sending this one off the backboard. Nicer little read there from Brad. Able to get that one up. He's trying to send it down again. This one only so far as the corner. A demo from Brad, but they're by 1. It's a 1v1. Brindy versus Nivox, but Nivox gonna get the better this time. He's able to clear it out as the pass comes down to Nivox. Looking for the redirect for Cortera. Gonna make a clutch block off to the corner as Brindy sends this one out. Nivox waiting in the midfield, sends it up high. Cortera used a lot of boost, but CJ also went. This one blocked off, could be dangerous. Opportunity for Peanut. He's coming through with the save. Brad McSnackrap on the goal line saves that one away. Oh my goodness, that one is as close as it gets.
Man, what a save! That I don't know how the ball got past the Melons defense like that. I know he got 50 right in front of the net, but it looks like one of them hit it twice and it rolled under him, but there was still someone in the net. Brad ready to make a save and keep his team in the series as CJ puts a shot on. Beautiful team play.
Yeah, and the Vipers, after that clutch save, they come back with a goal. Cortera just caught out here just a little bit. And CJ, he has had so many big goals for this team. Nyquil finds another big one right there.
Oh, beautiful team play. Like I said, it's going to come down to consistency and team plays here, and at towards the end of the series here.
Definitely so. As Peanut taking it over the top, it's towards the net. Mr. Nivox makes a touch. CJ trying to get back to Nivox coming down. Oh my goodness, this Vipers defense is a wonder to behold. As they are holding on here, trying to find something, but this game's still tied. They can find this next goal. They might just win the series. Oh my goodness, that one's fired towards the net. It's still dropping down. The Melons trying to get back to it, but this one off the backboard. Melons scared in their net. A demo comes through as the Vipers looking to take control. This one passed off. A huge opportunity. Fired towards the net for Cortera. He shuts it down with a minute remaining here. The Vipers, they're putting on all the pressure. Here comes CJ. They block it away. And Nyquil, the Vipers are turning it up. They want to end the series now.
They are ready. They know the Melons are low on boost and are scared to come out of the net because shots are just flying. But if they start to make mistakes, then bad things are going to start happening as the Melons. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened there. Crow was on the backboard, and Blade just didn't have enough boost to get up fast enough, and Peanut was low on boost as well. Unfortunate. They're just going to have to start to come back. Got 40 seconds left. Plenty of time to score at least 1 goal, maybe 2. Vipers going to get their heads in the game and keep playing some Rocket League.
They gotta find something here. It's their season on the line. The final 30 seconds here. Cortera dropping it down towards the net. Cortera trying to find the 50. It's sent off to the corner. 30 seconds now. This ball pops up high. Peanut is up, finding the 50. The Vipers, can they close it down here? Brindy is up. 50 comes through. The Melons got to take it the length of the pitch here. They maybe have one more opportunity left. It's in the corner. This one bouncing off again. Hunting for the demos. Cortera, Nivox trying to find a block. He can't find it. Here comes Brindy, but he's blocked away. Melons, maybe this final chance here. Can they get it going? Cortera into the corner. Do they have another 0-second goal in them? This ball is popped up to the corner. Brindy trying to keep it up, but that one is slammed down. And the Vipers hold on to move on to the semis.
Oh, that is unfortunate for the Melons. They had a chance, they just couldn't find it. They were caught lacking most of the time with no boost or someone out of position, and it happens in Rocket League. It happens. Even pros, it happens. No matter what rank of Rocket League you play, mistakes happen. It just came down to Vipers making the least amount of mistakes and able to find the back of the net on most of their shots.
Yeah, definitely so. And they did what they had to do right there to lock it down and take the win. And I mean, big props to them. I mean, even in that last game there, Nyquil, they went down 2-0 in that one, but come back with 3 straight unanswered. That just shows that this Vipers team is definitely one to be reckoned with.
I know, and at the start of the series, I predicted the Melons were going to take it home 4-2, but it looks like they hit an opposite day prank on me, and Vipers took it 4-2. But things happen. Lower seeds can sometimes come up and beat the higher seeds. Make some upsets. It's just how Rocket League works.
Yeah, definitely so. And huge on the Vipers to take that victory here and kind of turning the table. They were, I believe, 3-10 all time against the Melons before this matchup, so they're happy to get some revenge from earlier in the season as well. So congratulations to them to move on to the second round. And well, folks, coming up next, we're going to move back to the Novice League. We already had a best of 7 or a game 7 in the Novice League with our first matchup, but up next we are going to be heading to the Novice League where we have Genesis versus Whelps. The last hope for my org. Genesis trying to make something happen here against the Whelps, who have been a powerhouse before in the Novice League. It's going to be a good one, so make sure you guys stick around, and we'll see you guys in a few.